Hi, Genevieve.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm doing good. I'm enjoying sunny Florida.
Well, I'm super excited to kick off my new, I call it a show, but it is GumBits Zoom chatting. And I did my first kickoff with Gil Merrick, who headed up USCF High Performance. We had a really great time talking.
Awesome.
And I thought of you because I love that you do the eventing with the horses. And I just, I want to give a lot of variety. And so here we are.
Yeah,
So tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, I'm a 3-star event rider from Minnesota. I am currently actually in Florida for the show season down here, which is really nice and quite warm compared back home.
Now, which part of Florida?
I'm in Ocala, Florida currently.
Okay.
So just north of Wellington, a couple hours, and south of Aiken, which is another big eventing hub for us.
Because most eventers, they all pretty much go to Ocala versus Wellington, right?
Yes.
Yep.
Yep. Ocala has become a big eventing hub, we call it. And a lot of eventers have been coming here, and there's quite a few horse shows around, which is really nice. So it's a great way to escape our Minnesota winters.
Yes, and I think we have a big storm coming into Atlanta. I'm not looking forward to.
No.
But tell me about your horses and when you started riding and how you got into eventing, and maybe even, you can go into how we met, actually.
Yeah, I started riding when I was 10. I had a really fun little black pony that I started eventing with. I did some dressage with, I did some 4-H with, and she kind of helped me catch the bug. That's all the horse bug, the young kid bug. And I sold her, I evented with her. I sold her to another young gal who's eventing with her. And then I currently have 3 horses. So the one I bought afterwards, her name is Maggie. Maggie is the horse I've done intermediate with. She's traveled across the country. She's the horse that actually made me search out GumBits when I first heard about them, because she had a big grinding problem. She'd get really stiff in her mouth. She, get locked up, and then the grinding whenever she get anxious. And I saw GumBits and I was like, I need to try these. This is something very important to me. And I wanted to help her. So she's a 13-year-old thoroughbred. She's done fantastic. She's currently coming off of some rehab and enjoying sunny Florida also. Everybody is getting their hair clipped because we have too much hair currently. So she's just coming back into the season this year. And then I have 2 other ones. I have a 9-year-old thoroughbred, Izzy, who's going training level. That's about 3'3", so a meter, I believe. And then I just bought a 5-year-old this year named Mister, and he's a 16-hand or 16 big thoroughbred. He also raced like the other 2, and he's gone novice, so he's going to be moving up here soon. So I've got 3.
Maggie is what level and what height is that?
She's going, it's the intermediate 3-star level. It's 1.20 meters. So it's 3'11".
Okay.
Yep. And she's done a couple little jumper shows to practice show jumping, 1.25 meters. But we don't, the advanced level, which is the top level, is 1.30 meters. So we're all working towards that goal, it sounds like.
And 1.30 meters is how high in feet? I
believe it's 4'3". Okay. I might have to look that up though, but it's I don't think in the eventing we go over 4.5 feet.
So when you guys go cross country, because we've all seen it on TV, and of course a lot of horse people have watched what we used to call Rolex.
Yeah.
So is it true that the cross-country jumps are stable? That they don't move?
Well, most of them, they've got, I wouldn't necessarily say they don't move. There is a new invention this year that allows jumps to collapse. So they're called MIMS. So they have a pin system. If they're hit hard enough, a log or whatever piece of it will fall to allow the horse to not rotate, essentially. That's a new thing. Now there are anchors, we call them, on a lot of the jumps. So if your horse hits it hard enough, the physical jump itself shouldn't like shift underneath you, because like if you jump a barrel, let's say like a blue barrel, you find out kind of every farm has a blue barrel. If you don't stake it or don't make sure it stays in the ground and then you hit it, it can roll underneath you. So most of the cross-country jumps out in course are exactly the same. They have stakes of some sort, maybe they're built into the ground. And then they're starting to, like I said, invent these MIM clips to allow like the top of the jump to collapse, or the like hanging log part of it to collapse to prevent rotational falls. So kind of yes and no, let's put it that way. They're there safety wise, secured, but we're also, the eventing world is working so hard to make them so safe. I mean, as safe as we can make them. So
Right. And then the show jumping course is like dressage, is similar to the is the same kind of jumps as we see in show jumping world.
Yes.
And same with the dressage arena. And so I'm curious. So, well, you and I met in Wellington. You seeked me out. I can't remember if you called me, but somehow you seeked me out, I believe 2014.
Quite a while ago. That's all I remember. Probably
I think
almost
at the time you were in getting close to graduating high school.
Yeah, that would have been 2013 or so. Yeah, about then.
And you have been so passionate about the GumBits, and you have actually created a huge following with the GumBits. And I just want to understand why you did that, because you never asked for anything from me. You never asked for free product. You truly seem very passionate about the GumBits. And I'm curious if you're a horse, if you use the GumBits throughout all your training in all three disciplines.
I do actually. Like I said, when I first found GumBits, it was for Maggie, who's gone intermediate. It was because she had the grinding problem. Someone had kind of mentioned it. I don't quite remember who. They were like, oh, I think I've seen a product for that. And I was like, oh, take to Google and found them. This is before you had your little sample bags. And I was like, let's buy a whole bag. Let's try it. And right away, it's one of those, like when you see a difference in your horse, it doesn't matter, if the product is expensive, you're going to buy it, or if the product is something no one's ever heard of, you want to do what's best for your horse. And I just saw such a difference with Maggie. And I just reached out. I don't remember quite either how I did, but I reached out and I was like, this is a fantastic product. I've seen a huge difference. I think more of it. I just wanted to let you know. And then after that, of course, I started seeing similar problems with other anxious horses, or horses that, they only knew how to get really stiff in the mouth or not be supple. And I was like, you should try this. And it's growing from there. There's a lot of horses that come off the track, or maybe they start young, or, there can be so many different reasons. And giving them something, like whether it's something to just chew and lick on, like whereas GumBits, coats the teeth, it gives them something to lick and gives them a suppling factor. I'm always like, here, try some, have a little garbage bag, a little a little bag full of it. And I was like, just try a handful, 2 handfuls. And I use them pretty much throughout all of the 3 disciplines, essentially. So not just in the dressage side. If show jumping is going to be, really crowded, maybe I'm going to use it to help keep a horse focused. The 5-year-old that I just bought, he gets a little stiff and tense against the bridle. He's still learning how to carry himself. So giving him something to say, hey, like soften your jaw. If you chew your jaw, the rest of your body will help him stay soft too. And he's never really understood that. And so using it for him on the daily basis, even when I'm lunging, sometimes I'll give it to him and then put the bit on. And then, if I put a lunging system on, it's great. Some days I don't use it. Can I notice a difference? Yes and no. I think my horses have gotten really good about, we always consistently should be soft and supple. So it was a great aid. And then, I can miss it by accident one day and then go right back to it the next day. And they get that idea now behind it, essentially. And that's what I really like about it. Every horse that comes.
It's not just the grinding that you use.
No. I use it for multiple different things. The grinding just is what started it, essentially. Maggie has that. She doesn't quite do it anymore. She does not do it at all, actually, when she does have the GumBits. But here and there, when something gets challenging and hard, she, gets a little stiff in her mouth and wants to go grind, because that's the only way she knows how to take out her anxiety. That's the best way to put it. And so she goes to grind or goes to get, stiff in the mouth. They're really tight in her jaw. And so I use that. I mean, even in show jumping, sometimes she gets a little anxious and gets really quick. And I want her to slow the brain down and, have something simple to think about, like licking her teeth or licking her mouth and, not chomping on something. That's a big thing. So yes, I've used it for many different reasons, essentially.
Well, it's really cool and it's really exciting. And I know that over the years, you've been so gracious and kind to me, sending me so many interesting things to meet. And that truly is the purpose of the GumBits chatting. I just want to reach out and meet people and hear what their story is. And it sounds like, I'm excited. All 3 of your horses are happy, and that's kind of my hashtag, GumBits happy. But I see you have a cat in the background, so I'm just kind of curious who your cat is.
Let's see, maybe you can get her. Come here. Come here. Hi. I'm doing the party. Yes. This is my little traveling cat. This is Epona. Epona comes with me. She's in her nap mode, I suppose. Epona comes with me everywhere, essentially. She's kind of like my wannabe dog, I put it.
Yeah.
And, she goes, I've been to chat multiple times, so that's an 18-hour drive. And she goes pretty much to almost every horse show if I can. And she keeps me occupied. Let's put it that way. It's nice to have a pet to come with, and the horses like her, which is very fun.
Well, we all know I like cats because
I know it's okay. Yes, no, my cat's great, and she walks on a leash, which is even funnier.
Oh, that is cute.
Yep, she walks on a leash, and I have a backpack for her at horse shows, so she can come on course walks with me. And actually, there was a Christmas I did a giveaway with GumBits. I remember this specifically, and for some reason, I decided it'd be a good idea to count how many GumBit pieces were in a bag.
Oh, shoot. I think I remember that.
It was like 4,000 something. And I was going through and counting them by 10. And she, of course, thought it was the best day ever and was playing with them. And they were rolling across my kitchen floor. And then, of course, I'd lose count and I'd have to start all over.
Oh, my God.
It was so funny. And then, of course, at the end, I was like, I don't really remember where I'm at. It was all I know is a good handful has 100 or something like that. And it was quite funny.
How long does, it's funny that you mentioned that, because I mean, I get emails sometimes.
Yeah.
People are like, well, how many do I give? And I'm
Oh
like,
yeah, that's hard.
I don't really
I know.
know. It's just like a
little bit.
handful.
Yeah, that's about it. Yeah, I put my hand in the bag. I actually had, shoot, I forget who did it, but someone posted a great video. Maybe it was you. And you use a little storage container to put the GumBits in. And then the horse could essentially go and just take a little chomp out of the container. And I will get a video of that because it is quite cute. And they go and just take a little lip of it and then they're done. Or I take a little handful out of the container and close it. And I just say, like, it fits, whatever fits in the palm of your hand. Certainly you can give more, you could give less. I've had a couple here and there that might fall on the ground and then I pick them up and just give it to them. Like it's a little treat essentially. And they think it's great, but yeah, there's not a real answer to that, but a small handful is what I would say.
Well, and of course I changed my packaging, as you know, to the more of a clear bottle, like a water bottle. I'm getting a lot of positive feedback because it goes in people's backpacks for the
very useful.
And where do you get your GumBits from?
Most of the time through you.
Yes, I actually did send you quite a bit sometime ago. But I do, just for the audience, Farm Vet, Dover.
So at here we have HITS in Ocala, we have WEC in Ocala, and then there's a couple other events around. Usually Farm Vet is closest to me. Dover in Minnesota is the next closest.
Okay.
So if I have to, I go to Dover. Yep. Dover, Farm Vet, also online, you know, if I am searching, most of the stores have them actually quite now, which is really useful.
They really do.
There was some other place too. I just saw them and I was like, oh, this is great. I should send you a photo, and I must have forgot, but that's okay.
Wow.
We have horses, so
I'm just grateful that you're getting the word out there, and please share that I'm doing this new show. I want to meet people, and I have partnered up. My platform is Sidelines, and they have been so kind to be my presenter, and we'll be emailing out, doing an e-blast and sending it out through my new GumBits Zoom chatting. I have a channel now on YouTube. So
it's very exciting.
I'm very excited, and I thought of you, and I really appreciate your time this morning.
No, thank you. It's been a great product, and it's been a huge part of my success, I have to say.
Well,
so
thank you.
My horses love them. My horses love them very much.
Well, thank you very much. Sure. And I hope I see you down in Wellington this season.
I'll make a trip.
Okay. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.